Hi, I'm Misty and I'm going to be one of the celebrity vloggers on the news site Gender Tweakers. And this is my intro. Who am I? Well, I'm Misty Eyez. I am a drag queen in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. And yes, I say drag queen. I've been called transsexual. I've been called crossdresser. I've been called a transvestite. I've been called a female impersonator. And it's kind of funny because they're all different shades of the same thing. And a lot of people are offended by drag queen, and I'm not. The bottom line is, for the uneducated person, I'm a drag queen. And I'm okay with that. It's like saying that crimson is, oh, I'm not ruby, I'm crimson. Or I'm not crimson, I'm persimmon. Or I'm... what other shade of red is there? I mean, there's a million shades of red. And they're all red. A person's going to look at me like, oh, that's red. And yeah. You know, the lines get very blurred between what's the definition of a crossdresser, transvestite, drag queen. But I'm all of them. I'm a little bit of each and every one of them. I do have my own YouTube channel. I'll put it right here. Misty in Florida. Misty INFL. And I do 3 different types of videos. One is performance videos. Occasionally, if I think of it, I have somebody videotape my performance, because a lot of people are like, we want to see more performing. So I do have some performances up there, and I think that's the initial reason I started my channel. But lately, I've been doing an Ask Misty column, where people can write in and ask questions, and Misty Minutes. And Misty Minutes are quick tutorials, silly things like how to draw on your lips and stuff in 1 minute, or close to, because some things I can't really talk about in 1 minute. But now, I believe I'm going to be your Wednesday girl for the Gender Tweaker channel. And I definitely tweak genders. I'm a little bit of everything, as I mentioned before. But the bottom line is, I'm a man during the daytime, and I live as a guy, and I'm employed to be an entertainer. And whether you call it a drag queen or whatever, I entertain as a female. And that's how I make my living. But I do not dress up for fun anymore because it has definitely become a job and something I do for a living. And occasionally I'll go to a benefit or a charity function or a major party in drag, but usually I only do it for work. And that's how I identify it. But I definitely, a diva by night would be my identification. Relationships. I'm not sure what to talk about relationships. I have all kinds of relationships. Relationships people have with me. A lot of people identify me as their mother. Whether it's drag mother or just sister mother, or I'm very maternal in my life. I'm very the mother in any situation. If we go to Gay Days Orlando, I'm like, okay, I don't care what drugs you do, I just want to know what drugs you're on so I can know how to handle the situation. Make sure you check in with me before you leave, blah, blah, blah. I'm very that. I'm the oldest of 7 kids growing up, so I am very used to juggling who does what, who goes where, you know, in that situation. And I tend to be, I don't think I'm bossy, but if I see something going awry, I definitely step up and be like, hey, wait a minute, hold on, we're all friends here, what's the deal? And sometimes I have to put my foot down, but most people look at me as a sister, a friend, a mother, a brother, and that's my relationships. If they want me to talk about whether I'm single or not, relationship-wise, I'm very single. In fact, I have sworn off boyfriends for the year 2011. That was my New Year's resolution. I have definitely not sworn off men. I've seen several men since the new year, that is. And I'll continue to see guys, but I do not want a relationship. There's no commitment needed. Let's just have fun and enjoy ourselves. There's no reason to have a label. And right now I'm not even seeing anyone regularly. I'm just seeing, you know, whoever, whenever. I'm just going with it, you know. relationships get complicated, and relationships, no matter how perfect things may seem going into them, can sometimes be really not perfect. And I'm going to take time off. The year 2011 for me is to focus on becoming a better me, and not focusing on someone else. And that's what I'm going to say about that. Children and gender roles. My thoughts on children. One day I would love to have them if I were to find a husband or a life partner, and if we were to be monogamous and together forever, and I truly believe that, I would definitely consider either A, finding a surrogate, or B, adopting. I definitely, or maybe even fostering. I love kids, and I have a big heart, and I was raised around a lot of children, both in my family and at the nursery at the church. I helped out, and then it became a youth group leader and things like that. But I love kids, and I think they're cool, and I would definitely have them. But I don't want to bring a child into the world unless they do have, two dads or whatever. I think that gay parenting, as we see in Modern Family, which is an amazing show, there's nothing wrong with being gay parents. Two guys are the same as two moms. They're both wackadoodles, And the funny thing is, a lot of people don't want gay people raising children. But the funny thing is, straight people are the ones that make gay kids. Without straight people having sex, there would be no gay people. So, thanks to all the straight people making gay people. So, yeah. Gender issues with children. I just met, I think her name is Jazzy, and she is the first trans child that has been on national news. I won't say national history, but she's been all over the news. And she started going to school as a girl at 6 years old. And I think she's 9 or 10 or 11 now, and still a girl. And she came to one of my shows. I work in a restaurant, and they allow children. And she and her mom and her sister were there, and it was an amazing. I was like, whoa, you're Jazzy. I've read about you. And the thing is, I was raised in a different time, but I think that if the world that I had lived in, or if my family had been as open and not so religious, I think that I might have been a girl growing up. If, because I remember wishing and praying to God that I was a girl. I wanted to be 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 a girl. And I truly felt growing up that I was born in the wrong body. Now, as an adult, I'm completely comfortable with my male body, and I like my male body. I like being a male, and I like male sex. I definitely don't want to cut anything off of my body. I like it a lot, and I think a lot of other people like it too. So, I'm very glad that maybe I wasn't born today, and because I think I might have been a little jazzy, in 4th grade, saying, "Mommy, I'm a girl." Because my mother and I, at 9 years old, she fought with me because I would wear dresses every day. I would go into my sister's room and put on her dresses and wear them around the house, and I'd get in so much trouble. And yeah, if I lived in a different world, I might be trans today, and I'm not. And I think I'm thankful for that now. Granted, if that was my path, I'd probably be happy being whatever I would have become. But right now I'm very happy being a diva by night. Our clothing. Well, as a diva by night, most of my clothing is stage clothes. Meaning glitzy, glamoury, sequiny, rhinestoney, shiny. I like shiny. And, most of my clothing has to conceal the front part of my body. And my breasts are not real. So, as long as it, has like a bra top, I don't mind showing cleavage and things like that, but I don't really have breasts, so my clothing is mostly stage clothes. I do have a couple casual outfits that I can wear to the bar in. That's like, house coats or, day driving dresses, and just to get to the club and back, and just comfy clothes is what I call them. Yeah, that's my clothes. Some of these topics I don't really know what to say. I feel weird. Friends and family. Family. I'm from a very, 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 very large family. Both in my immediate family, because the oldest is 7 kids, and I've got a lot of nieces and nephews. But also, I've got a lot of aunts and uncles and a lot of cousins. How do they react to me, and what do they think of me? For the most part, I am and or was disowned. I'm from a very, very Christian family, and they don't understand, don't appreciate, don't want to think or talk about homosexuality, let alone female impersonation. It's just not a topic of discussion. They can't process, they can't deal, they can't at all. And I respect that. I don't shove it down their throats. Some of my family is my friend on Facebook. I think almost all of my immediate family, like my mom, who never talks to me, and all of my siblings are friends of mine on Facebook. But none of my cousins. They're friends with all my brothers and sisters, and they know that I have a Facebook page, but they're not my friend. Most of my cousins, or aunts and uncles even. And that's okay. I'm okay with that. I learned a long time ago that family is important, but if you don't have blood family, you can create your friend family. And I do surround myself with people that I love and my own close-knit family. Gender and the media. Well, thanks to RuPaul's Drag Race, I think that the media and national news, drag is becoming definitely something talked about. It's on VH1, and I think it's becoming very common for people to be aware. Thanks to RuPaul in general. Back in 1994, Supermodel of the World. She put female impersonation in the spotlight, and she has kept it there today, and I think that's amazing for her. Candace Kane being on Dirty Sexy Money. Wow. She had her own role. I mean, granted, I've seen her on CSI and things like that, but she had a recurring role as a transsexual dating a senator. Big deal. And I think that, for the most part, drag queens and transgendered people in the new media and on TV has been very positive. People can argue whether or not gay people can be portrayed in a positive light, but for the most part I think transsexuals and drag queens have been portrayed in a very positive light. Some of us are crazy, as you can see on RuPaul's Drag Race, but positive. Anyways, again, my name is Misty Eyez, and I will be checking in, I believe, every Wednesday. So I look forward to seeing you, and I'm not sure how this channel is going to work, but I think you're going to writing the channel Gender Tweakers what topics you want, and she'll be directing them to us. And we'll be talking about them. So hopefully you'll be checking in at least every Wednesday or once a week and checking up on all the Gender Tweakers, and I'll be talking to you soon. Alright, bye-bye.